In case of elementary row transformation, we get the questions which ask us to find inverse of a matrix using elementary transformation. So what we have to do over here is we convert given matrix into an identity or unit matrix by applying some transformations. So let us exactly understand and see how we have to do this. Chalo, let us start with a very easy example. If you have a matrix A is equal to 1, 3, 2 and let us say 7. If this kind of a question is given to you and it is asking us to find out the inverse of this particular matrix using elementary row transformation. So what we do in this particular case? The first thing that we have to do is we have to check if the matrix is invertible or not. In case if the matrix is invertible, then its determinant has to be a non-zero number. So let us first of all check out the determinant of this. So determinant of A is equal to, which is equal to 7 minus 6 and that is equal to 1. So here we have to say over here that therefore determinant A is not equal to 0. Therefore A inverse will exist. If A inverse exists, I use the formula. Therefore A into A inverse is equal to I and substitute the value of A in this place. I is the identity matrix as you all know, so its value has to be depending on the given question. Because A is of 2 by 2, then I has to be also 2 rows and 2 columns. If the question is based on 3 rows and 3 columns, then we will consider I of 3 rows and 3 columns. So let us see what we get over here. This is 1, 2, in fact 1, 3, 2 and 7. We have to find A inverse, so leave it as it is. I is 1, 0, 0, 1, the unit matrix or the identity matrix. Now, the first thing that we have to do is I have to see and I have to get 1 in this particular place, which is already there in this particular question. After getting 1 in this place, I need to get 0 below that. So this is my step number 2. Now below this I am having the value 2 which has to be converted into 0. In order to convert any number into 0, the easiest idea is to subtract the same number. But in case of a matrix, we cannot subtract any number directly. We have to take the help of the 1 either above it or below it. Now in this case, I am having the 1 above this 2. We call this as R1, that is the first row, R2, that is the second row. I want to apply the change, I want to apply the transformation in the second row. So I will have to say over here R2 changes to R2 minus 2 multiplied by R1 because I have got 1 in the position R1. It's very simple guys, you just have to remember one thing. Whatever number is available over here, that has to be converted into 0. So it will be subtracted with the number 1 above it or below it. If it would have been 3 in this place, then I would have taken R2 minus 3 R1. if it would have been minus 3, then I would have taken R2 minus of minus 3 into R1. So it is just like that, whatever number is given, just multiply that with R1 and subtract it from R2. Automatically that number will become 0. And that transformation has to be applied on both the sides, to the left side as well as to the right side on the identity matrix. So now let us see what we get in the answer. We leave this A inverse, and because the transformation has to be applied in the second row elements, first row elements are just copied down as it is, 1 3 and 1 0. Now in place of R2 I have got the value as 2 over here, so I will in my rough work write over here 2 minus 2 times of R1. Above this 2 the R1 element is 1, therefore I get this value as 0. Now the next element in R2 is 7, so I write this 7 minus 2 into the element of R1 above 7, which is 3. So 7 minus 6, that will going to give you equal to 1. After that, the same transformation should also be applied on the right side. So on the right side, the element is 0 in R2, so I will get 0 minus 2 multiplied by the element above 0, which is 1. So 0 minus 2 into 1, that is negative 2. The next element in R2 is 1. So 1 minus 2 into the number above 1. Number above 1 is 0. So 2 into 0 is 0, and 1 minus 0 is again going to be equal to 1. So now in this particular case, I can see that in my identity matrix, the first element was 1, so we did that. Below that we wanted 0, we also got that. Now the best part is I require 1 in this place as my step number 3, but in this sum I already got the number 1. Therefore step number 3 has already been finished. Directly we will go to our step number 4, which tells us that I require 0 in the number above this 1. So in order to convert this number into 0, as I just now told you, the easiest idea is to subtract by the same number. Now this time guys, I have to do the transformation in the first row. So I will say R1 changes to R1 minus 3. But as I told you, directly we cannot subtract. So I take help of the 1 below that. Below that, it means that it has to be multiplied with 3 into R2. So let us see what we get the transformation. As I told you that I have to make the transformation in the first row. There will not be any change in the elements of the second row. So we just copy down as it is, minus 2 and 1. Now R1, the first element over here is 1. So let me write it 1 over here, minus 3 times of element in the R2, which is 0. So element of R2 is 0, so 1 minus 0 will remain 1 only. Again, next element of R1 is 3. So 3 minus 3 times of the element of R2 below this 3. Below 3 the element is 1. So 3 minus 3, that is going to give you definitely 0. On the opposite side, we are having 1 over here. So 1 minus 3 times of negative 2, because below 1 I am having negative 2. So minus and minus will become plus. So 1 plus 6, that will give you 7. For the last element, we are having 0 over here. 0 minus 3 times of 1, and that is going to give you just equal to negative 3. Then after that, this is directly expressed in terms of I now. So I will get, therefore I into A inverse is equal to 7 minus 3 minus 2 and 1, and therefore we can say that A inverse is equal to 7, negative 3, negative 2 and 1. Okay, let us see one more example. Example number 2. Let us find the inverse of the matrix A is equal to 2, 4, 3 and 6. Once again, the first step is to check the determinant of this. That is going to give you 12 minus 12. So this comes out to be 0. So because I get over here that A determinant is equal to 0, therefore directly you can say over here A inverse does not exist, or you can say that A is not invertible. Alright, then example number 3. Find inverse of 2, 5, 1, 3. So once again, determinant of A 6 minus 5, which is equal to actually 1, not equal to 0. Therefore, A inverse exists, and therefore A into A inverse is equal to I. Substitute the value of A over here, 2, 5, 1, 3, A inverse 1, 0 and 0, 1. Once again, the first step over here that I require is 1 in this place, but here I am having the value as 2. So I have to convert the number 2 into 1. Now the easiest idea to convert any number into 1 is to divide by the same number. But we keep it as the last option to divide by the same number, because dividing will create the fractions, and fractions are sometimes going to make some, you may make some errors while doing the calculation. So if I don't want to divide by 2 in the very first step, so we should have some another idea. The another idea that I can think of over here is this number 1, which is below this. What I can do is I can transfer this 1 in the above position. So if 1 goes in the above position, then obviously I have to bring this 2 in the second position. Therefore, the transformation that I apply over here is R1 interchanges with R2. So when I put the double arrow indicates interchanges. This is for interchange. And if you observe the above question, over here we were putting a single arrow. Here we say that R2 just changes to this transformation R2 minus 2R1. So you can apply the transformation only when you get a very easy number, probably 1 in this particular matrix or in the given matrix. So when we apply this transformation, it will become 1 and 3 entire, they will go in the first row. 2 and 5 will be also going in the second row. A inverse. Then even the same transformation will be applied on the right hand side. So transfer this 0 and 1 over here. 1 and 0 on the opposite side. So now we are having 1 in the first position. So our first step is over. The next step is exactly same. I require 0 in the position below this 1. So once again we are having the number 2 in this position, and this 2 is in R2. So I will say that R2 changes to R2 minus 2. As I told you, to convert any number into 0, we have to subtract by the same number. But only 2 will not work. So I have to take help of the one above that. So I write over here R2 minus 2 into R1. Therefore, I have to apply the transformation in the second row. Therefore, the first row elements will be straight away copied down as it is, 0 and 1. Now, this element has to be 0 only, because for this only the transformation has been done. Let us see what happens to the element 5. So I will get 5 minus 2 into R1 element above 5, which is 3. 5 minus 6, that is going to give me negative 1. Let us do the working on the right hand side. The first element in R2 is 1, minus 2 into the element above 1, which is 0. So 1 minus 0, that is going to give me 1. For the next element, it is R2 element is 0, minus 2 into the R1 element which is 1 above 0. So 0 minus 2, which is going to be actually negative 2. So now in this case, step number 1 was to make the element into 1. We did that. Step number 2 was to make the element into 0. We also got that. Now the step number 3, as I had told you, I want the element 1 in this position. But here we are having the element negative 1. In order to convert this negative 1 into 1, the easiest idea is to divide by the same number. So I can use the transformation. R2 changes to R2 divide by negative 1. So when I apply this transformation, I will get over here 1 and 3 will remain over there as it is. A inverse will also be remaining over there as it is. 0 and 1. 0 upon negative 1, that will give me 0. Minus 1 upon minus 1 will become 1. 1 upon negative 1, that will become negative 1. Negative 2 upon negative 1, that is going to be equal to positive 2. So now my step number 3 is also ready. I required 1 in this position, so we have got that. Now the last thing is to convert the number 3 in the R1 row into 0. So once again we have to subtract that R1 with 3. So I will get R1 changes to R1 minus 3. But this time the one that I require is in the second row. So I will write 3 into R2. So I will not make any changes in the second row. So just copy it down as it is. Minus 1 and 2. For this 1 minus 3 into 0, that is going to be 1 only. So we don't need to make any changes. In place of the second position, 3 minus 3 into the element below that 3, which is 1. So I will get 0. Next it is 0 minus 3 into the element below 0, which is negative 1. So I will get positive 3. And once again over here 1 minus 3 into the element below 1, which is 2. So 1 minus 6 is negative 5. So now this has been converted into I. So I will get, therefore, I into A inverse is equal to 3, negative 5, negative 1 and 2. And therefore your A inverse value is equal to negative 1 and 2. So let us understand how to find out the inverse of this particular matrix. Once again, the step number 1 is to check the determinant of the given matrix. 2, 0 and negative 1, 5, 1, 0, 0, 1 and 3. So when we solve this, it will be 2 into 1 into 3, that is 3, minus 1 into 0, that is equal to 0. Minus 0, so we don't need to think about that at all. Plus negative 1 multiplied by 5 into 3, that is 15, minus 0. So in this case, this is going to be 6 minus 15. And that will be equal to minus 9, which is not equal to 0. Therefore, A inverse will definitely exist, and I will use the equation. Therefore, A into A inverse is equal to I. Okay, so the determinant value over here is coming out to be 1, which was a small error, no problem. So but still it is not equal to 0, and therefore I can say that A inverse still definitely exists over here. And if this exists, Now this time we will use the identity matrix of 3 by 3. Alright, so when you want to convert this into an identity matrix, the first step that we have to do is I require 1 in this position, step number 1. But we are having the number 2 over here, which has to be converted into 1. So easiest idea is to divide by the same number, but dividing by the same number will create fractions in the very first step of the answer, and we don't want that. So in order to avoid that, we have a simple idea. What I do is I say over here R1 changes to thrice of R1 minus R2. So how will that help me? 3 into R1, it means that it will give me 3 into 2, that is 6. 6 minus the number 5 which is below that, it will be helping us to get the number 1 in place of 2 in the first position. So when we do this transformation, I have to just do the transformation in the first row. So the second and the third row element can be copied down for now. So this element becomes 1. Next 3 into 0, that is equal to 0, minus the element 1 which is below it. So 0 minus 1 will give you minus 1. Minus 1 into 3, that will give you minus 3, minus the element below it which is 0. So minus 3 minus 0, which is equal to minus 3. On the right hand side, 3 into R1, that is 3 into 1, that is 3, and minus the element 0, that will going to give you only 3. 0 into 3 is 0, 0 minus 1 minus 1. Again 0 into 3 is 0, and 0 minus 0 is 0. So we are just trying to do some oral calculation over here. For the next element, which is 5 below it, I require 0 in this both position, which is your step number 2 and 3. Now this is already 0 in this question, so I just have to convert this element into 0. As I told you, to convert any number into 0, subtract by the same number. Now this time this 5 is in the second row, so I will write R2 changes to R2 minus 5 multiplied by the 1 above it, which is there in the R1 row. So I will just copy down 1, minus 1 and minus 3, because for now there won't be any changes in these two places. 3 minus 1 and 0, 0, 0 and 1. Alright, so this has to be definitely 0. The another element, R2 position element is 1, minus 5 into the R1 position element above it is negative 1. So 1 plus 5, that is going to give you equal to 6. Next, R2 position, the element is 0, minus 5 into R1 position above it, the element is negative 3. So minus and minus will become plus, so this will give you 15. The right side element, this is 0, minus the R1 position, which is equal to 5 into 3. So that gives you equal to negative 15. R2 position element is 1, minus 5 into the number above 1, which is equal to negative 1. This becomes 6. These both are zeros only, so 0 minus 0 will give you 0. So that's your step number 3. After that, the next point that we require is element 1 in this position. That is your step number 4. Now we have the number 6 over here in this position, and I require 1 over here. Once again, there are two ideas that I have to convert this element into 1. The first idea is that to divide by the same number, but dividing by the same number will again bring the fractions in the other positions over here, which I still want to avoid. So in order to do that, I can take help of this 1 below it. I will not use the minus 1 above it, because if I use the above element, this element will change because the above element is 1. So 0 minus or plus any number will change the element 0, and I don't want to make any changes in this position over here. Because I don't want to make any changes over here, I will be avoiding the one above it, but obviously I can use the element 1 below 6 because the 0 element over here will not make any changes. 0 plus 0 or 0 minus 0 will remain 0 only. Therefore, in doing this kind of questions, you have to be very careful that you are taking care of all these points. So in this case, the transformation that we have to apply over here, I can say R2 changes to R2 minus 5 into R3. I am not doing 6 into R3 because I don't want 0, I want 1. Therefore, it is minus 5 into R3. Now, because I want to do the changes in R2 only, R1 and R3 element can be directly copied down as it is, obviously on both the sides. Three minus 1 and 0, 0, 0 and 1. So now guys, this element, if you observe, R2 is 0, R3 is also 0 below it. So 0 minus 5 times 0 remains 0. So the previous step that we had done has not been affected. Initially it was 5 which we have converted into 0. I still want that 0 only. I cannot change it. Therefore, I have used the below element 1 of the 6 and not the above element of 6, which was minus 1 over there. Now it's a very simple thing. R2 element over here is 6. So I will write 6 minus 5 times of R3 element, which is 1. Definitely it is going to give me 1. For the next, it is 15 in the R2. So 15 minus 5 into R3, which is equal to 3 only. So 15 minus 5 3 is 15, gives you 0. The right side element, R2 element is negative 15 minus 5 into the R3 element above it, which is 0. So I write minus 15 minus 0, minus 15. Next R2 element is 6 minus 5 into the element below 6, which is 0. So 6 minus 0, that is going to give you 6. Next R2 element is 0. 0 minus 5 times of the element below that, which is 1. So 0 minus 5 will give me negative 5. So now guys, this element has already been converted into 1, which was your step number 4. Now I require these both elements into zeros. So this is my step number 5. I will be doing these both elements 0 in a single step. Let us see how we do this. Now in the next step, I want to make the transformation in the first row and the third row, which is the same step or a single step. So here I will just be copying down the elements of R2 because I don't want to make any changes in the R2 on both the sides, obviously. Minus 15, 6 and minus 5. Now, as I had told you, I have to convert this element into 0. Whichever element has to be converted into 0, subtract by the same number. Because this minus 1 is there in R1, I will use the transformation. R1 changes to R1 minus 1 times of R2, because this time 1 is there in the position R2. That's why. So minus and minus can be actually plus. So I will get R1 plus R2. Now this is a very easy step that we are having. R1 element is 1 in the first place. R2 element is 0 below it. So 1 plus 0 is definitely 1. This element is minus 1 in the second place of R1. Below it, it is 1. So minus 1 and plus 1 will be definitely 0. Minus 3 is the third element and below it, it is 0. So minus 3 plus 0 is minus 3. On the right side, the R1 element is 3. Below R1, the element is R2 element is minus 15. So 3 plus negative 15. We have to be careful with the signs over here. 15 is negative, so I will get negative 12. Negative 1 plus 6. So let us write negative 1 plus 6 giving us positive 5. 0 plus negative 5, that is going to give you equal to definitely negative 5. So that was about the 0 in the first row. Now when I want to make the 0 in the third row, again it's very simple. This element is 1, above element is also 1. So 1 minus 1 is only 0. So we don't have to multiply any number with R2 or R3 anything. Straight away you can say R3 changes to R3 minus R2. So once again over here, when I want to make the transformation, R3 minus R2. So 0 minus 0, that is going to give me 0. 1 minus 1, that is again going to give me 0. Then 3 minus 0, that is going to give you 3. 0 minus of minus 15, which will give you positive 15. For the next element it is 0. 0 minus the above element R2 element is 6. So 0 minus 6 is going to give you negative 6. Next it is 1 minus of minus 5, which is actually 1 plus 5, giving us the answer as 6. So that was your step number 5, which I required 0 in this both positions. We have already got that, guys. So step number 4 and 5 are over. After finishing the second column, go to the next column and bring 1 in the last row, that is your step number 6. In this matrix, I have the element as 3 over here. Now in this step, I don't have any other ideas but to divide by the number 3, because if you observe the remaining elements of R3, they are 0. So 0 upon any number will not give any changes. 0 divided by any number is 0 only. Therefore here if I divide by the number 3, I can think of avoiding the fractions. So what I will do is I will just take R3 changes to R3 divided by 3. So because we want to do the transformation in the third row, copy down 1 0 negative 3 0 1 0 A inverse negative 12 5 negative 5 negative 15 6 negative 5. Dividing R3 by 3, 0 by 3 0, 0 by 3 0, 3 by 3 1, 15 by 3 that is 5, negative 6 by 3 is negative 2, 6 by 3 is 2. So guys, we wanted 1 over here and that has already come. So point number 6 or step number 6 is over. Now step number 7, these both elements above 1 have to be converted into 0. Now in this sum, the best part is this is already 0. So we don't have to do any transformation, any change in the second row. But we have to convert this element into negative 3, which is 1. So the transformation that you will need over here is R1 changes to R1 minus negative 3. But this time you have to take help of the 1 below this negative 3, which is in the third row directly. So I will write over here R1 minus of minus 3 times of R3, which I can also write R1 plus 3 times of R3. So in this case, I don't want to make any changes in the first row and the second row. Copy it down. In fact, sorry, second row and the third row. So copy it down as it is 0 1 0 0 0 1 negative 15 6 negative 5 5 negative 2 and 2. So we have to be careful. We have to take consideration of the first row and the third row. So R1 element over there is 1 plus 3 times of R3 element below it is 0. So it will remain 1. Again, next position R1 element is 0 plus 3 times of the R3 element below it is also 0. So this is going to remain 0. The last element over there is negative 3 plus 3 times of the R1 element below it, which is 1. So this is going to become 0. On the other side, on the right hand side, I have the element as negative 12. So I write over here negative 12 plus 3 into the R3 element, which is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 and negative 12, that is going to give you positive 3. Next, I have the element of R1 as 5 plus 3 times of R3 element, which is negative 2. So 5 negative 6, that is going to give me negative 1. R1 element is negative 5 plus 3 times of R3 element, which is 2. So negative 5 plus 6 is positive 1. So guys, this is already converted into I. So I will get therefore I into A inverse is equal to the same matrix that we are having, 3 minus 1 and 1, negative 15, 6 and negative 5, 5, negative 2 and 2. I into any matrix is the same matrix, so that is your required final answer for A inverse. 3 minus 1 and 1, minus 15, 6 and minus 5, 5 minus 2 and 2.